I'm Michelle Corey, editor of Where Atlanta magazine. Today, I'm tagging along with 3 of the city's food experts to uncover some of the best restaurants and dishes hidden in Atlanta. Before we meet up with our local food experts, we're going to visit my favorite spot, Fuego Mundo. Let's go in and check it out. I love everything about this place. It's Latin fusion food, but with a very healthy twist. So you've got gluten-free dishes, you've got tons of vegan options, kosher options, but it's very flavorful. So those without dietary restrictions of any kind will still enjoy the food. Some of my favorite dishes are the churrasco, which is an Argentinian flank steak with this delicious chimichurri sauce. And I have to always get the pan de yuca here, which is a cheese bread made with yuca flour. And don't forget to cap it off with the plantain s'mores. Next, let's catch up with food writer Chris Watkins in Midtown to see why Grain is his favorite watering hole.
Grain is one of my favorite places here in Atlanta. It's one of the quintessential cocktail bars here in the heart of Midtown. Just come here, get great drinks and great cocktails and great food. They use everything from like liquid nitrogen to all types of crazy stuff in their cocktails. It's pretty cool. They have an awesome oyster happy hour. They're also changing out the menu quite a bit, so you can get everything from seasonal types of goodies and all like snack portions. One of my favorite dishes, since I love snacking here at Grain, is the nitro popcorn. They pour liquid nitrogen on it, which might sound a little bit crazy, but once it freezes the popcorn, it's just an unbelievable taste, and you got to see it to believe it.
Now let's meet up with Kate Kordsmeyer. She's a freelance food writer and author of the cookbook Atlanta Chef's Table.
Nam Phuong is my favorite restaurant because it is just outrageously delicious. Everything here is so fresh, the flavors are so intense, and you just find dishes that you cannot find anywhere else in the city. The caramelized catfish in a clay pot is super authentic. It's just this really traditional Vietnamese dish, and it's really special. One of my favorite things to order at Nam Phuong is the make-your-own barbecue pork spring rolls. Let me show you how it's done. So the first step is to take the rice paper wrappers and you dip them in the warm water here. Kind of rotate it as you go so that you soften the paper. So we'll put a little bit of the vermicelli noodles. So after you do the noodles, you'll top the wrap with a little bit of the barbecue pork. And the final step is topping it with some fresh veggies. Just like you're making a little Vietnamese burrito. Voila!
Let's stop by Better Half in Home Park to talk with Zagat's Atlanta editor, Christopher Hasiotis.
So there are a lot of reasons that I love Better Half, but a few of them are the terrific food. It's always really creative. The menu's always changing, except for one dish. The chefs are really thoughtful when they plate their food. The food looks as good as it tastes. And the restaurant has a really great story. It was started by a couple who ran their own supper club and raised enough funds and got enough community support to open their own restaurant. One of my favorite things to do at Better Half is to sit at the chef's counter, where you're actually watching the chefs cook the food. You can talk to them, and it's a great way to interact with the kitchen and to learn a little bit about how the food is put together. There's a lot of really great food here.